This episode of The Totally Rad Show is brought to you by Click It or Ticket. Today on the show, that crazy panda is back to kick ass in Wah! Kung Fu Panda 2.
So Jeff and I just walked out of seeing Kung Fu Panda 2, and as you can tell, our dearly beloved Dan
He's
is
still being a director.
Away. So Kung Fu Panda 2 is the sequel to Kung Fu Panda, which follows the Panda Kung Fu master Po, who is now the Dragon Warrior, as he became in Kung Fu Panda 1.
Yeah.
All-star cast. Same with the original. Kung Fu Panda, Po, of course, is Jack Black and Lucy Liu, Angelina Jolie, Jackie Chan, Dustin Hoffman, David Cross. I mean, the list goes on and on. Some very fun surprise inclusions into the second one. Jean-Claude Van Damme,
right. Jackie Chan,
Gary Oldman.
Yeah.
Great list of things. So, Jeffrey, first off, did you watch Kung Fu Panda 1?
I did. On a plane.
What did you think of Kung Fu Panda 2?
I thought you were gonna say 1. I liked Kung Fu Panda 1. I think Kung Fu Panda 2 is better. I think it doesn't waste its time going back and rehashing the origin story. You know, the first one, origin stories are fun, and the first one is a great origin story, but I like that this one didn't worry about that. We established that Po is already a Kung Fu master, and we get right to the ass kicking right away. The action sequences in this movie are great. I think they outdo the first one. They're a larger scale. There's more of them. They're really well choreographed and fun. The look of the movie is, I think, much better than the first one. It has this kind of golden hue. It has that feudal China look, and it's so pretty and beautiful. We saw it in 3D.
Yes, we did.
I thought it was great in 3D.
Yeah, very good execution of 3D. I woke up this morning going, oh dear God, this is in 3D, right? I don't want to watch it. And then we're like kids theater glasses. I mean, they barely fit over my glasses. Like, I'm gonna hate every minute. I was like, that is gorgeous.
Well, you know, 3D animated films always, I think, work best.
Sure.
Of the 3D movies, they're just inclined to do it because it's
already 3D.
It's already 3D.
You just gotta go, now do it.
And I like how the story was sort of about technology invading Kung Fu. It's about gunpowder being introduced into the mix, and gunpowder trumps Kung Fu every time, right? It's great. You know, I think the special move that he learns in this one is more fun than the special move in the first one, although the special move in the first one was pretty fun.
Skadoosh.
Yeah. But I like how they, you know, it's kind of that Karate Kid series thing of each one has a new special move that he has to learn.
It really is interesting. Yeah, I loved it. I thought this was way better than the first one, and I really enjoyed the first one. I feel like this is where Jack Black shines, because
when you can't see him.
Honestly, because a lot of times, like I saw Gulliver's Travels, and it's like his sort of over-the-top kind of wacky humor to me isn't connecting as much as it used to. And I don't know why, if it's sort of he's becoming the Al Pacino, where it's like he knows his thing and now he's doing it 10 times more than he did before. Like in School of Rock, he was a little more subdued, and he was like, oh, this is my thing.
Al Pacino was weird in School of Rock.
Yeah, he was really weird. But for me, this is like Jack Black nails it. And the funny thing is, another person we forgot to mention, Danny McBride, is in this movie, and I had the same exact reaction, which is I'm a little over the Danny McBride being Danny McBride jokes. But yet, when translated into an animated character, he played the lead bad guy Wolf. It works 100%. I was like, this is the best Danny McBride I've seen. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
But it's really great. I think you nailed it with the action stuff. I mean, I think the action sequences, you know, they set out to make a Kung Fu movie in Kung Fu Panda 1 and really be true to Kung Fu in an animated movie. And they succeeded in Kung Fu Panda 1, and now they really succeeded in Kung Fu Panda 2. The action sequences are unbelievable.
Yeah, and there's so many of them.
Yeah.
It's back to back to back, and the story is really told through action sequences, which is awesome. It feels like an adventure story.
And it feels like a Jackie Chan movie. It's funny Jackie Chan is in this because you get this amazing comedy that is happening within the action sequences, which are great. And the comedy is really top-notch.
I don't know, I didn't think it was as funny as the first one.
Interesting.
I didn't think they went, I mean, there's some laughs and there's some chuckles. There was never any huge guffaws for me, but yeah, it's a kids family movie, and there's enough humor to keep it light and going. But I didn't really find it to be going for the humor as often as.
Well, it also has a lot of heart. This is a very sort of soulful story, which is really sweet. You know what I mean? And to mix all that together, I thought was balanced very well. The humor, the sort of saccharine sweet, good stuff.
It's
I found myself choking up a number of times.
As much as it's not an origin story, we still find out a lot about Poe, a lot more than we knew about Poe. But it doesn't do that in a formulaic way. It doesn't, turn him back into what he was in the first movie.
And then has to regrow him again.
No, he's still badass. He still has already achieved Dragon Warrior status, and we don't have to take that away from him. He's able to be. He doesn't have to relearn anything, which I really appreciated because I felt like that could have been the trap that they fell
that he had
into.
to redo everything. The other thing I thought was really great was he has these sort of memory flashbacks, and they're all done in a totally different sort of cutout 2D animated style that really was, it really added to the whole experience of this sort of like, sort of splintered memory that he was having. And also, it's cool that that became sort of his crutch that he had to overcome. It's not like he needed to learn to be better at Kung Fu. He needed to overcome this weird crutch that he was having with this sort of disjointed memory of his past. It was really good. I mean,
I enjoyed it too. I liked it much more than the first one.
Yeah, I think it's a no-brainer, and especially if you have kids. I mean, first off, if you have kids, you're going to see it anyway. Period. But if you don't have kids, it's worth a watch.
Yeah, I love that the big bad is a peacock.
Like
you never see peacocks as
badasses. Yeah.
And it's awesome how he uses his tail. And that choreography was so slick.
Oh yeah. And then he had like the sort of blade feathers that he could throw. It was amazing.
It was cool.
All right, go see
I think
Kung
it's a
Fu Panda
recommend
2.
for sure.
All right, everybody, remember to stick around for This Day in Rad History. But first, our sponsor, Daniel Trachtenberg.
Yes, guys, specifically guys.
Yes.
Dudes.
Men, dudes. It's a fact that men your age are less likely than women to buckle up. And nearly 75% of male passengers 18 to 34 killed in passenger vehicles were not wearing their seatbelt.
That's like scientific fact that guys are dumber than girls.
Or
way dumber.
that women are way smarter than men. Because they're buckling up.
Both facts have been proven.
And this is a big problem, especially at night. So 2/3 of people who die in accidents at night are not buckled up. You may be
Who doesn't buckle up at night? I mean, even during the day, but at
I kind
night.
of feel like people who don't buckle up are just, they don't buckle up.
That's true.
And then more accidents happen at night.
Exactly. So you may be a safe driver, but you do not know who is out there. It's not cool to not wear. That's the biggest thing with all this stuff is that, that's the thing I always tell people, like, it's not like, I know you are in control of what's happening, but you don't know what other freaking people are doing.
There's paint. The difference between getting hit and not being hit is paint on a street. Paint. That does not protect you.
That's interesting.
That scared the hell out of me, actually.
The police will be out in force leading up to Memorial Weekend. Hundreds of state and local law enforcement and highway safety officials across the nation will participate in Click It or Ticket 2011 from May 16th through 30th. They will be looking for you day and night and making sure that everyone is buckled up. Do yourself a favor, save your own life and a few bucks while you're at it. And also it doesn't say, but save other people's lives. Because, yes. So Click It or Ticket.
Cool. All right, people, we will see you tomorrow.
Send in backgrounds for use on our show, fans at TotallyRadShow.com.
Tomorrow on the show, we check to see what else is on our radar this week.
Today is May 25th. And probably one of the biggest days in rad history because in 1977, Star Wars was released in theaters, changing the world forever.
Done.
Creating basically geekdom out of thin air. I don't know. I mean, people, they were geeks who were into sci-fi, and there was, the Arthur C. Clarke's of the world, and the Isaac Asimovs.
Horror geeks as well.
But I think what we know as the modern blockbuster movie, what we know as the modern film geek and science fiction geek, I think was born on this day.
That's correct.
Way back then.
Who sent that in?
Oh, it was actually emailed to us by April Oriana?
Oriana?
From Pawtucket, Rhode Island. Pawtucket.
I hope it's not Oral Anna.
Oral Anna.
That's how you pronounced it at first. You're like, Oral
Thank
Anna?
you, April.
Yes.